when we started the project, we had an initial hypothesis that if you weren't developing mastery around your own inner life in terms of personal mastery, which is where our values and beliefs reside, that you don't really have the tools to engage in social change. And so we wanted to bring together the best in the field of personal development with social change agents and develop the kind of training that when we looked at the most famous social change agents, they received. The Dalai Lama, Nelson Mandela, Ella Baker, all these people were supported by lots of training in terms of developing their inner selves. Because as a social change gets bigger, the stakes get higher, and the chances of burnout, the chances of hitting what has been called cold heaven, which is really a despair of sorts, that it's just too much. All of these require a lot of inner strength. And so my colleagues and I, our faculty, have gotten together and created an amazing 15-month program, which looks at the kind of training that a seasoned social change agent will require if they're going to be successful in participating and leading any kind of social change. So we went around North America in the initial stages of our project, and initially we met with social change agents to ask if anyone was in fact in agreement with our hypothesis, and it was a resounding yes. And so we moved into another phase of our research, which was meeting with personal development trainers and facilitators, organizations who are actually working with social change agents, and working with social change in general. And we came across 6 different curriculum partners that we asked to join us in this adventure, which include the Haven Institute, Nonviolent Communication, Animal Leadership out of Toronto, Learning as Leadership out of San Francisco, the Process Work Institute out of Portland, Oregon, and the work of Joanna Macy, which is the work that reconnects, and she's been working with social change agents for years. And we asked them to come together to create a curriculum that would assist social change agents to develop what we consider are really important competencies if they're going to continue to do their work and remain healthy and model the kind of world that they want to be in. So last January we all got together, and it was a wonderful meeting, and built an incredibly solid team that's been working since on developing this, what's turned into a 15-month residential program. It's based in 5 modules, first being building personal mastery, which looks at ego and behavior patterns that arise out of the context of your life. The second one is building a strong and respectful relationships. So it's like, what do you do with those patterns, and are they effective? The third one is looking at building conscious use of power. So it's recognizing that within society we have power structures, and we have to interact with them, and we are influenced and we influence. So looking at the dynamics of that and how we make enemies, how we create social identity. Fourth one is building common ground and social change capacity. So it's again looking at relationship issues, but in terms of building alliances and looking at how whether your organization is building capacity for actually accomplishing successful social change. And it begins to be more of an interactive dialogue with the participants, because we're now, it's not like we hold the answers to all these questions. We're really looking to stimulate a really interesting conversation in this area. And the final one, of course, is building sustainability. And not just sustainability in terms of the individual, although that's key. Sustainability of the organization that you're a part of, and sustainability of the change that you're proposing. So through all this, there's online component. There'll be peer groups supporting each other, online coaching. There's an online 360-degree feedback portion. And we expect it to be a very innovative program, and one that's evolving over time. And so we just launched our website in October 22nd, and did a formal launch in November. And along with the program, we have we're recognizing that these concepts, we want to get them as widely as possible. So we've actually initiated a program called the Inner Essentials. And it takes a lot of the large concepts from the Inner Activist program and puts them into a weekly mission that you can purchase for $1 a week. There's 52 of them, so you sign up for a year. And every week we send you one of these missions that you can work on. The idea is both to get the ideas out there and to make these concepts affordable to as wide an audience as possible. As well, we have a blog on our site, and so our faculty are writing on these issues all the time, and that's free, of course, again, to stimulate this conversation around, if we're going to change, how does change actually happen inside ourselves, and how can we stimulate that around us? So these are that's largely what the website is. Excuse me.